Hello everybody, and welcome to Dark Souls 2, the Crown of the Ivory King, I believe this DLC is called. You may notice I've changed up my equipment a little bit. I decided when I first started this playthrough that I wanted an int build, and I haven't been making an int build. I really haven't. It's just been all over the place. So I changed up my gear. I haven't respec'd my stats yet because I don't really know. Might need a loading screen or something for that. I don't really know if I'm going to need to keep, you know, the harder hitting the Drang Lake sword or something. In any case, I'm wearing this Dragon Acolyte helmet mask thing that just looks really cool. It's Strade's coat, and I think his gloves, and I think I've still got the Drake Keeper boots on from memory. Or Drake Blood, whatever they were called. I'm using the Blue Flame. I've decided to give that another go. No, alright, well, I'll come back to that later. I don't really like its one-handed, that swing. But it's two-handed is pretty good. And I noticed, I went back to my old video from ages ago when I was trying to decide if I wanted to use it or not. I've noticed that they've changed the damage on it. It's now doing more magic damage base and less physical damage base. I went through the patch notes and couldn't see anything that said that it was doing that, but nevertheless, compared to the old video, that is in fact what it's doing. So, effectively, I wonder if this has changed. Seek the land of an ancient king sealed away at the Shrine of Winter. Well, that tells you where to go, doesn't it? Yeah, so basically, treat this sword as if it's doing pure magic damage instead of split damage, and just say that the physical is just a bonus on top of that. Now, it is doing 187 plus 160, which is 337, I think, or 47, 347, which isn't crap. That is with the Sorcery Clutch Ring giving it a bonus, of course. The shield is the magic shield from the Lady of Pyromancers. With the magic infusion, blocks 100% magic damage. Not a shield for blocking, because it doesn't actually block 100% physical, but the parry, that's the same parry animation as the buckler and target shield. And I don't know for sure, but I'm reasonably certain that it actually gives you the bonus parry frames. Also, two-handing weapons you can parry as well. The reason I know that is because I have actually been practicing parrying with this shield. I have died a few times. I'll just look at this key first. Frozen flower guides one to an unknown land. This stone ornament shaped like a flower, cold enough to dampen the greatest heat, opens the door to a new path from the Shrine of Winter found on the road to the Great Castle. Well, we know where the Shrine of Winter is. So yes, I have died a couple of times since the last DLC. 3 times, in fact. My death count with this character is currently 315. None of those were to enemies, as it happens. One of them was Gravity. OP, need nerf. And I was invaded twice and died, so that's what happened there. Now, the Shrine of Winter should be here. Yeah, anyway, I've been practicing parrying. The reason I think this shield does give you the bonus parry frames is because I've actually been successful. Moderately so. Practiced against those big axe guys in the Broom Tower and was doing reasonably well against them. Hollows I was absolutely destroying with parries. See, this sword is good for crowd control, and I get quite a few swings with it as well, two-handed. The one-handed, not a huge fan of that move, but the two-handed is pretty good. I tried against the Drake Blood Knights in the first DLC and was not hugely successful parrying them. Let me see if I can parry these guys, actually. No, I guess not. I'm gonna get poisoned now. There you go. Does pretty well with a parry. So I guess I'd say my success rate for parries has gone up from 0% to maybe, I don't know, overall probably about half the time. But it depends on the enemies, of course. Some of them are more successful than others. Nonetheless, I'll probably be two-handing most of the time, so I'll keep this shield on just... But I've got... I've still got that one here if I need it. I've got that one for boss fights. I can stamina regen with that. Just have it on my back. It still should give me the bonus stamina. Rings. I've got the sorcery clutch ring and the sexy roll ring because I'm probably going to be dodging a lot more than blocking. So that gives me a bonus to rolling. And the sorcery clutch ring, of course, gives me extra attack power with this sword and also my spells. And the other thing I've done was changed my bow. I went and farmed up a sea bow from the wharf. The only reason I'm using a bow is for dragging enemies one at a time out of a group. The sea bow, as far as I can tell, has the longest range, so there was no point using the hunter's bow. It does... I think at the moment it's doing similar damage. I haven't respec, so I've still got fairly high strength and dex, but that one only scales C, so it's not as much damage as the S dex scaling of the hunter's bow, but it does have a slightly longer range, which is the only reason I'm using it, so I might as well stay with that. So, do these things... I don't think I could examine them before. Forbidden is the path to the ancient king's domain. With water dry and path amiss, woeful temptation is dismissed. Trespassers will face adversity befitting a monarch. Ilium Lois, land of the Ivory King, lies cold as death, nary a hint of warmth remaining. I wonder if you're supposed to read those in a specific order. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Let's keep going. So anyway, that's my new character build. At the moment, if it works out for me, if it's working, I'll respec eventually. Holy good gravy! Oh. I was looking at it like that and it just looked like one enormous plane, but there is a big cliff there, okay. Oversight ahead. Visions of composure. So there really isn't anywhere I can go except that away. These are something... I'm not exactly sure. They were in all the DLCs. I think it's something to do with the summoning stuff. Maybe something to do with summoning players who don't have the DLC or something like that, I think. I'm not 100% sure. So let's take a look. What have we got here? It's snowing, or it appears to be. Hurrah for Master. Slow opening door to disguise loading screen. That's the same door that was on the other DLCs too. Interesting, kept the same motifs for them all. So yeah, that's my character now. And as I've mentioned, if it seems to be working out for me, I will respec. Probably going... Dragon signs already? I wonder if this is going to be another PvP area. That looks almost like an eye. So yeah, I can... What the fuck?
Turn back. The old chaos hungers still.
Is that NPC or actual? It's probably a player. I'm guessing it's a player. Yeah, I've still got much higher strength and dex than I need, so I can respec them probably into attunement, maybe intelligence. I can't really see very much in here. Frozen Elium Lois. It's very white. Okay, so left or right? Or do they both go to the same place?
Go back. Arthur is watching. Go back.
Bit of freezing up for a second there. That is already a mist. Yeah. So I've got that stuff for casting things like magic weapon buffs and repairs and whatnot. Obviously I can still cast them with this sword as well, but it's a slower casting speed, so I've got that one for the... That one also has the raw power. It's the strongest catalyst I've got. What are you? Backstab. Actually looks fairly similar to the ones in the Broom Tower, except frozen. Oh, you are dead. Maybe not having a bit of a closer look, maybe he's not. This is really misty around here. That was a bit longer than I was expecting. Wow, there's heaps of them. Can I parry you at all? Nope. Uh-oh. Oh, I think I might be a bit lucky I got to the end of his aggro range there. What are you going to do? Gotcha. And that's a one-hit kill from a parry. That's good. Excellent. Actually, that is good advice. Even if it is only Radiant Life Gems. Any hidden walls in here? I'm very good at missing all the hidden walls and things. Oh. Oh! Combos, eh? That was way too early. And that was way too late. I was actually trying to dodge then. Didn't quite work. Wow. Already used a quarter of my Estus. Yeah, I'm not sure. With time zones and stuff, not really sure how the patch release dates and things are supposed to work. That looks like it's covered in... That's broken. I actually fired up Steam last night and it started downloading the patch, so I thought cool. Left it going overnight. This morning I checked because with the other DLCs it hasn't really... I mean, there's been a second very small download to give you the key. Is that an NPC or what? It's moving, I can't lock on. Oh, that was long. Why aren't you dodging when I try and dodge? I'm going to die very soon. Yeah, there's another... With the other DLCs, there was another download of about 100 kilobytes or something, just to put the key in your inventory. But this morning I fired it up with one of my other characters, and the key was there. So that's pretty cool. And with time zones and things, it's like I don't know what time zone they're supposed to be released in. If it's Tokyo time or GMT or what. Today is the 30th of September here. It is the morning. Especially with the confusion of the patch being delayed for this DLC. think carefully.